And as they move away from the line in the Sports Sedan final, it's Barry Cassidy who started from pole position, but coming up on the inside now is Darden Brown in the Gallant as the field files into turn one for the first time. Brown goes on the inside of Cassidy in the Commodore Cup car now, but Cassidy gets out in front and just gets it sideways a little bit as Terry Hamilton goes around. Not a good weekend for Terry. He's had an off for turn one in the first race and has spent most of the meeting getting the car repaired just so he can race again in the final. So bad luck for him. Rod Smith now uses the power of the 6-litre Chev-powered Falcon to get back in the lead. Barry Smith is in second place from Michael Robertson and Graham Gilliland. Smith's car, an ex-Seaton Group A V8 supercar, but now with the Chev-powered engine, 6 litres of Chev power. And speaking of 6 litres of Chev power, that's what Michael Robertson has in the Commodore, and he uses it to good effect to go past Barry Cassidy. Also going past Cassidy at the moment, Barry Bray and Graham Gilliland. Gilliland now goes under Robinson. So Gilliland has moved into second position, Robinson in third. Barry Cassidy hangs on as Ken House now comes around Barry Bray and moves past Barry Cassidy as well. Ken House running the turbocharged Mazda Rotary in the Mark 1 Escort. Michael Robinson has now moved back in front of Graham Gilliland now as they move to start lap 2. It's Smith from Robinson, Gilliland. Then comes House, Barry Bray and Barry Cassidy. Coming past Cassidy now is Stephen Craig in the Gemini. This, if I'm not mistaken, is the ex-Rowan Harmon car. This is a car that has quite a history. It was originally built for Peter Brock many years ago, and this is the battle now for 5th place between Ken House and Barry Bray, both turbocharged. The rotary-powered engine in the Escort, and Barry Bray in the Nissan Gazelle. Lots of works bits and pieces on the Gazelle. Smith well out in front now from Robinson, Gilliland, House, Barry Bray looking for a way around House now. Plenty of power out of the Gazelle. A bit of a return to form by Barry Bray over this weekend. The car has been subject to a pretty extensive rebuild for quite some time now, and that's finally starting to pay off. Smith is well out in front from Robinson, but Barry Bray now goes for an inside passing move as they go into the S's, but can't pull it off, and is forced to go back behind Ken House. He in turn is behind Gilliland in the Mazda RX-7. So we have 2 V8s out in front, 6-litre Chev-powered cars of Rod Smith and Michael Robinson. Then a couple of rotary engines, one turbocharged. The second car there, and speaking of Ken House, the Escort just seems to have stopped. I'm not sure if he's got a problem there. Catches up a lot of that ground under brakes, but Barry Bray has now moved back in front of Ken House, and also Ken is now finding himself under some pressure from Stephen Craig in the Gemini. May well have been a misgear there for Ken House. Certainly Barry Bray went past him as if he was standing still, but he seems to be catching right up again on the back of the Nissan Gazelle. Bray certainly seems to have the legs on Ken House, and he now is challenging Gilliland in the normally aspirated Mazda RX-7. Looks almost stock standard apart from the big rear wing on Gilliland's car, but it's in fact very trick. It's a very, very light car, and Graham Gilliland is using it to good effect at the moment. Coming onto the main straight again, Gilliland out in front. Barry Bray still under a lot of pressure there from Ken House. They've made something of a break on Stephen Craig now in the Gemini. Some of the faster competitors that we would normally see not present this weekend at Calder Park. Chris Muscat was looking to do the National Series, still looking for sponsorship for that, so the defending champion in the beautiful Silver Bullet RX-7 is not present today. Some of the regulars, Dean Cam, not entered for this event in the Chev-powered Honda, and Stephen Vines in the V8-powered Ford Cortina. Action back in the pack now as Rod Smith is making his way past a couple of the Commodore Cup cars. He's now going on the inside of the Nissan Exa there, a car with something of a history. The Exa of David Rusden. And David, this is a 20B, a triple rotor powered car, so it's got lots of potential. Michael Robinson now moves past the battling saloon cars and the Commodore Cup cars, and now comes on the back of Rusden in the Nissan Exa. And Rusden moves out of the way, allowing Robinson through. Victorian Sports Sedan Championship expected to be a battle this year between the cars of Rod Smith, Terry Hamilton, Michael Robinson, the car we're seeing right now, Graham Gilliland in the rotary powered car, the RX-7, also Ken House in that rotary powered Mark 1 Escort, and Barry Bray in the Gazelle. Richard Catchlove was out with mechanical problems in his RX-7, and he'll be no doubt keen to come back in the next round at Winton Motor Raceway coming up on March the 15th. There you see Terry Hamilton now making his way back through the pack, and he's caught right up now on the back of the field, as that's the checkered flag. The checkered flag, we missed that one, so the winner of the sports sedans is Rod Smith in the Falcon, followed by Michael Robinson in the Chev-powered Commodore, and in third place Graham Gilliland in the Mazda RX-7.